Hello and welcome back. So today we are going to continue building our admin dashboard, and right here in the other video we created the parcels page here. So if you click here, you'll be able to see this all parcels page, and also if you come back here to the users, you can be able to see that we have users listed here. So in today's video we're going to continue, and when you click on this parcel here and then click this new parcel here, you need to go to a page where you'll be able to create a new parcel. So let's try and start by pushing our code here to our GitHub, as we are doing in every video. So this one here, first of all I'll clear it, and I'll do git branch like that, and here you can be able to see that we are in this branch that is called admin. So I'm going to do git commit here, and then dash. Actually, I want to first of all add all the files that we changed in the last video. So here also I'm going to commit now, and here I'm going to add created something like parcels and users page like that. And then now I can be able to commit that. I'm going to push now. So git push origin, and right now we are pushing admin branch because that's the branch that we are working on. So after that I can enter my passphrase like that, and then after that now we'll be able to push our code. So just like that. So I'm going to come here and into my GitHub. Now again, also remember we are doing pull request, and if you don't understand what you are doing, you can go back to the last video and watch, so that we be on the same page. So here I have this repository where we are pushing our code. I'm going to compare and pull request here, and then the other thing is that create a pull request. I'm going to merge now with our master branch. So it is checking for ability to merge automatically, and then here I can merge pull request, and then I can confirm merge, and that's the only thing that we need to do right here. So I'm going to close this, and then the other thing is that now I'm going to check if I have those that new parcel page, that is, and right here I want to push this down so that we have a space where we can work in. So here also I have this page here that we are calling new parcel. Let me close users and the parcels here. And the other thing is that also remember to like this video and also subscribe to this YouTube channel, and also make sure that you turn on the notification bell. Let me know how this project is taking you in comment section. Let me know how also that how I can improve it also, and let me know what you expect by finishing this project. So that is it. Let me now continue creating my project. So here I have this one that we are called app.jxx, and here is where we have this path, and where we actually make sure that we direct, or where we just add the paths to certain pages. So right here I'm going to copy this actually like that, and then I'm going to paste it here. So there are several things that I'm going to change here. So here I'm going to say new parcel like that, and then the other thing here is that I'm going to call a page called new parcel, so you can be able to see it. So I'm going to import it. Actually I have not been able to import it. So new parcel, you can be able to see it there. So I was able to import it, but mistakenly I imported this. So I'm going to remove that and save here. So I have that page. I have indicated that I have this page here, new parcel, or I have given it this path. So let's try and visit this new parcel route here. And or the other thing that also I'm going to do is that I think I have a new user here. So let me also make sure that I add that path here. So new user here, we are going to call it new user. So new user, and then actually this one, let me use small letters here. I want to import new user page, that is. So new user, let me just have a new user here. so I cannot be able to see the new user page here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to import it direct, so new user, and I'm going to confirm if it is new user here. So yeah, so I'm going to import it direct. So here I'm going to come here, import this, or copy this first of all, and then I'm going to add it here, new user, and this one is from new user page, and then new user, you can be able to see that it is there. So I'm going to save that, and now I'm going to go to my parcels here, and here I can be able to use link and go to new parcel. So here, remember, we have this button that is new parcel. So I'm going to cut everything here, and I'm going to import link from React Router DOM. So you can be able to see that. So I have imported it, and now inside here is where we are going to add now the button. Here I'm going to add to, or the to each path. So here is to new user, new parcel, actually not new user, like that. Also I'm going to do the same for users here. So if I have here users, I'm going to come here and cut everything here, and then here I can be able to import a link from React Router DOM, like that. Actually I have done a mistake here. Let me just add here. So this one, I'm going to import it from React Router DOM. The other thing is also I'm going to paste now this button here, and this one will be to which path. So the path here will be the path to, let's say, new user, like that. So let me save this, and also this here. If I save these two pages, and I'm going to demonstrate now, if I come here and click new user, you'll be able to see that I'm directed here to new user, and here we have this text, and you cannot be able to see it because it's dark. So also if I come to users here and try to go to new users here, you can be able to see that we have new user page here. So let me go to new parcel page. So here I'm going now to design that page. So I'm going to close this and this. So I'm going to open new parcel here. So let me remove this text here, like that. And also now here I can be able to just now be able to design here. So now here I can be able to say class name, and then here I can just first of all make sure that I add the margin. So first of all, so the margin of 20 or 30 pixels, like that. Also the other thing that I want to add here is background color, and we are going to have a background color of white like any other or those other pages. So the padding here should be 20 pixels, and then inside here I will have another div. So this div here, so this div, or actually make sure first of all before that I have a heading here. So I'm going to use header 2, and here I'll just add this to new parcel, like that. Here I'm going to now style this. So class name here, so class name here I'm going to add font is semi-bold, like that. Also I think that we can just leave it like that, and then here inside we are going to have this folder here, or this this div. So here I'm going to have class name, and then here I can add it to be flex. Inside it now, this is where we are going to have another div. Yeah, and actually I think these divs are so many, so I think we can just let me see here. So I think this, we should not have all these divs. So if I click new users here, or this new parcel, so I think let's just add it. So here we have now the first part here. So this one will be flex here. So here also I can be able to have a div. So this div here will be holding or will be, let me first of all have it like a class name here, and then here I can add the margin to be 20 pixels like that. Now the other thing is inside here, now this is where we are going to have let me just add here. Now here we are going to have now the label and the input. So like that, here I'm going to add the class name here. So class name should be a class name of, let's say here we are going to have a flex. It will be flex column like that, and also we are going to have margin vertical to be 20 pixels like that. So inside here I'm going to have a label, so a label. So this label here we are going to add like a label, and that one will be from, and then the input here we are going to have an input. So here is where we are going to have the text, where we enter the text. So here is a placeholder. So we are having placeholder here, and I can add an Ontario USA like that. So I want to show you how this one looks like, and before that also I want to make sure that I add here class name, and then let's see how this one looks like. So if I come back to my project, you can be able to see that we have this from, then Ontario USA. So what we are going to do here is that we are going to design now my input. So I'm going to give it a border of 2, and then I'm going to give that border color. So color here will be just a dark color. So this one #555 like that. Also I'm going to say that border solid, that border should be solid like that. And then here I'm going to have just a padding, so a padding of 10 pixels, and then the last thing here is the width, and the width here should be a width of 300 pixels. So if I just save that and then come back here, you'll be able to see now we have this input. So let's go back, and then here I'm going to just copy this, and I'm going to paste it several times. So let me paste it another times, like how many times, let me see. So I'm going to paste it how many times, 1 2 3 4 5. So I think another 2 times like that, like that. So now let me just make sure that we have from here, and then also we are going to have 2 here just like that. So this one will be 2, and then this one 2, and then 2 here we can say Michigan, something like that. So this one will be Michigan USA, and then also here we can have something like the sender name. So here we have sender name. So let me try and make sure that I do this faster. So sender name here. So the sender name here we can say something like James Doe. So James Doe. So here also we are going to have recipient name. So recipient name here we can add, okay, so this is a recipient name, here. So this one we can add any other name also, like let's say Jane Doe like that. Also we are going to have now the other part here, which is after recipient name we can have so sender email. So recipient sender email. So let me add here sender email, and this one we are going to have as James Doe at gmail.com. And then now the other thing here is that we can have another part here like that, and then this one will be recipient. Let me add here recipient email. email, just like that. And then this one will be jendo at gmail. So jendo at gmail.com. And then I think that's okay now. So here I want to first of all format this, and I'm going to copy here. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to copy this from here. So let me copy it like that until here. So like that, I'm going to copy it and then I'm going to paste it here. So let me see how it looks like. So if I come back here, you can see we have also this part and this part. So here we need to have weight, cost, and date. So this from here. So sender name to from. So here we need to have something like, let me just check here. So we are going to have weight. So weight here, and then the weight here, we can add the weight to be something like 20 grams, and then this one actually 200 grams. And then here we can just add this to be a number, because this will be a number. Also here we can have cost, and the cost here we can add the cost to be how many dollars, let's say 200, or just like that. Also the other thing that we can be able to make sure that we change here is this should be a number rather than text. And then also we need to have date. So let me add the date here. So the date, and then here I need to change this to date. So like that. So I think that's over here. So we need to have now the text area. So this one will be, I'm going to add this as a note, and then here I can just add let's say text. This one should be text area. So text area like that. And then also here I can just be able to add now. Let me see how we are able to do our text area. So our text area, we can have the name, or just let me just add a placeholder here to be perishable goods. Perishable goods. The other thing is here we can have like the maybe something like height. So let me do that. So we can have the height, or even we can just leave it like that. I think that would be okay. So I'm going to remove these extra ones here, and we are going to have a button here. So let me see first of all how it looks like. So it's almost this, it is looking nice. So here I'm going to add now this button. So here let me just add that. So button, and then here we can add create. So let me just make sure that I style this. So class name here, the class name, we are going to give it a color here to be #1E. So 1E, 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 just like that. And also here we can have cursor to be pointer. So this one, we are going to have the text to be white, and then the padding here should be a padding of, let's say, something like 10 pixels. And then the width here should be a width of, let's say, 300 pixels, just like that. And then now we have finished our new parcel page. So I'm going to format this like that. So here you can be able to see how great it looks. So the other part, or the other thing that we need to design, is this new user here. And this would be a very simple, since we have created something that look like this one here. So I'm going to go to new user, and here it will be a simple task, because I can copy this. Let me just actually copy here like that, and then I can copy this, and then I'm going to paste it here. And then this one, we can have a div that is closing, so to make work easier. So div like that. So here this one is new user, so new user. The other thing that we need to have here, let me check. So here we can just have this div like that, copy this and then paste it inside here like that. So this one now will be just, let me see. So this will be full name. So this is full name. And then here also for the placeholder we can add that. So this one will be James Doe. So James Doe like that. Also here, let me just format this. And then here I can copy this like that and then paste it here. So the other part here is email. So the email here is the email for James Doe. So James Doe at gmail.com. So the other thing inside here is that you can paste another thing. Let me see here, James Doe. Then we can have the age here. So this is the age. So age, and then this is number. So this is number here, like that. And then we are going to have the other thing that we are going to have here is the placeholder, which is 30. Let's add here to be 30. And then let's have another one here. Let me check this one. So this is country, and then we are going to have address. So the country here, country just like that. And also this country, we can say this is Australia. So Australia like that. And then also we can have the address here. So let me just copy paste here. This is address. So let me have that here. Address, this one we can just copy here. So let me see, cannot be able to copy this. So I'm going to come here to actually, let me add here Rauda Avenue. So Rauda Avenue, and then this is in Australia. Let's add that like that. And then now we are going to have the last thing, which is the button. So this one here we need now the button. So let me copy from the other previous code. So let me just come here and copy this like that. I'm going to paste it here. And then now that's okay. Now we can format my code. If I come here to this part here to my code and then go to users and then come to new users, you can be able to see that we have those pages. So the other thing that I want to design in this project is my login page. So if I go to login here like that, you'll be able to see that we have this page that is called login. What we are going to do, let me see how the login page looks like. So you can see we only have a footer, we don't have a navbar, and we have this part where we have this text and this login page here. So let's do that. So I'm going to just close this and open login. So I'm going to come here to login and I'm going to remove this styling first of all here. So, and then the other thing that I'm going to do is to import. So I'm going to import my footer down here. So let me have footer. So from the components here and just like that. So if I save this and then come back here to my code, you can be, or to this application, you can see we have the footer. So now let's try and continue having another div here. So this div here will be, so here this one we are going to have a div inside here, and this div we can be able to style it. So this one we have a class name. We are going to have a height here of 80 VH like that. Also the other thing we are going to have is flex. Then items here will be center, and then also we are going to have justify content. So justify content to be evenly here, and then padding. So let's have a padding of 50 pixels. And then the other thing we can have here is text should be gray, and then 300 right there. So now the other thing that I can do here is that now this part we can have another div. Actually here we need to have two divs. So this div here will hold the text. So we'll hold this text and the image. So let's do that. So here I can have the header to here, and here we can have send it admin, just like that. So let me make sure that I style this using class name. So class name here we are going to have a text, and then here we are going to have like a text that is almost here, that is this color, so D9, and then here we can have the font to be semi-bold, and then the last thing that we are going to have here is a text of font size will be 35 pixels, just like that. So if I just come back to my application here and check, you can be able to see that we have this text. So the other thing that we need here is let me just have the image here down here. So we have the image, so let me have the image here. So this one, the image is from hero.png, and then also here let me see how it looks like. So if I come back here, you can be able to see that we have this send it and this part here. So we need to design now the other part, which is this login part here. So I'm going to have another div inside here. So have a div. So this one here we are going to have a class name, and then this class name here is h. We are going to have a height of 450 pixels, and then the width here also. So we have a width of, let's say, 450 pixels again, and then also we can have the background color of its will be of like a yellow color. So here we can have I don't want this, so this one will be E and then 9, and then also we having another E, which is, and then actually let me just have EB and then 77, like that. So the other thing that we are going to have here is we are going to add rounded MD, so just like that. And then now inside here we need now to create those inputs, but first of all you can see how it looks like. So here we are going to have an input, so an input, and then an input here we are going to have a, let me add the class name, or have a class name here, so, and a placeholder. So let me also have a placeholder here which says enter email, enter email, I think, yeah, enter your email here, enter your email. And then here now let us make sure that we style our input. First thing that we need to have is we are going to have it to be flex, we are going to have items to be center. Also the other thing is justify will be center, and then background color here will be background color of white. So the other thing is a padding of 20 pixels. Then we have the width of 350 pixels, and then the margin, we are going to have a margin of 10%, and then we are going to have outline to be none. Outline will be none here, just like that. So let's see how it looks like. So if I go back here, you can be able to see we have enter your email. So we are going to copy this, and then I'm going to paste it down here, and then this one I'm going to change it to enter your password. Enter your password, like that, and then also this one will be password, so that when the admin is typing the password you cannot be able to see it. And to show you is that here you can be able to see that you cannot be able to see the password, but here you'll be able to see the email that you are typing. So the other thing now here, we need to have the what you are calling the button to click here. So I'm going to make sure that I'm going to copy it from here. So copy this button, so copy that, and I'm going to paste it here. So paste it here. So this one will be login. So login like that, and then I'm going to save this format the code. So I'm going to save this, and then here you can see we don't it doesn't have the way we want. So I can be able to, I'm going to be able to style this. So I'm going to remove everything here. So let me just make sure that I remove everything here. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to have a background like that. I'm going to have the width to be 150 pixels. Then the other thing is a padding of, let's say, 15 pixels. We are going to have a text of white like that, text of white, and then we are going to have a font of semi bold like that, and then we are going to have a text of 18 pixels. So 18 pixels. And then the last thing that we are going to have here is we are going to have a margin, the same margin of 10%, 10% like that. So let's see. So I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to go back here, and you can be able to tell that we have the login here. Now that is it. So the last thing that we need to create is the detail page for our parcel, and we are going to do that in a moment. So I'm going to come here and check for the parcel, and then parcel ID. If I do that, you'll be able to see that we have this page that we called. When you come here to the parcel and when you click edit, you'll be able to be redirected to this page here, where it has, like, you'll be able to see like the ID, the parcel, and then the ID of that parcel. So to create this page, it will be very easy, and that's because it will be almost similar to a new parcel here. So I'm going to copy this. So let me copy all of this here from here. Me copy it until here like that. So I'm going to copy this, and then the other thing is I'm going to close this login here. I'm going to open now the page that we are calling parcel here. So let me make sure that I add the code here, first thing first. And then the other thing that I'm going to do here is that I'm going to remove this this part here, that we have this div. So if I do that, I can come up, I can come down here. So let me see. So we have the recipient email, and also we have this. So I'm going to remove also that, and then also these two here, I'm going to remove them just like that. So let me save this. I'll be showing you why I'm doing this. So here we have update. So update. And then the other thing that here you can be able to see that we are going to have this one that has two here, sender name and recipient, sender, two sender, and then recipient here. So let me see what is going on here, so that I can copy this. So let me just copy this. We have from, and then we have two here, and then here I can just add this to be a flex column. So let me just come here, and also this I add here parcel like that. I can just come back here and can be able to see that you can see here, this is where we are going to to create or to write whatever we want to update, and then the other side here. So let me check also how for this page it looks like. So if I come here to the parcels, and then actually let me try and see here for example for this one here, let me try and see. You can see here we have this part, and actually it is just, let me just make sure that it was the way I pasted it here, because I can see where the error is. So if I come back here now to this project here, you can be able to see that it is almost look like this one. And then the last thing that we are going to do here is that we are going to change this to the update. So here for this button is update. So update, and then here we are going to have another div. So this div, so let me check here if this div will be where we are going to create this div. So we are going to have a div. Let me just check here. So you're going to have a div right here. So let me have a div here, and then here we can have other details. So for example, you can see here we are having this feedback. So let me do that. So we have inside here we have feedback. So actually I can just first of all make sure that I style this. So class name, and then here we can have flex, and then here also we can say flex column, just like that. So here we can have h2. So this h2 here we can add, we can leave a feedback here, we can have a feedback, and let me see where this will appear. So this one is yeah, you can see how where it is. So the other thing that we need to do here is to style this. So I'm going to have a class name here, and this class name we are going to have this and give this font of semi-bold, font semi-bold. Here we are going to have a span, so a span here, and this one we are going to add something like goods received in good condition, like that. And then the last thing that we are going to have here, or let me first of all check. So you can see good received in good condition. The last thing that I'm going to have here is a span. So this span here we can have let me see what we can add it here. So let me see what, or this here I can just add delivered. So, or maybe pending, considering that that parcel if it's delivered, or also if it is pending. So I'm going to add here class name, and then here I can say text here should be green. Let me add green, and then 500. The other thing that I'm going to have here is the font size. So this one will be 18 pixels, just like that. And then here I can be able to save this. So format, and then if I save this and go back here, be able to see now this is our detailed page, or parcel detailed page. So I'm going to continue now to the front side. So if I come here and open this diagram here, you'll be able to see that we already have created now our admin dashboard here, and we have left with our front end here. So let me just come here now, and then the last thing that we are going to do, let's just go to our login. So we have all pages that we want for our admin right here. So what I'm going to do is that, because I have finished creating admin side here, I'm going to just push my code. So I'm going to add git add here, just like that. I'm going to commit. So git commit -m, and here I'm going to write finished working on admin dashboard, like that. And then I'm going to push now the code origin admin. So let me push this now. I'm going to add my passphrase now. So my passphrase here, and then the last thing now, we can just come here after it has been pushed. Let's come here to my GitHub, and then here in my repos, I'll be able to see that I have this full stack parcel delivery system, and here you can be able to see that you need to have a notification, of which right now I don't have it. So I don't know why I don't have that. Let me see if yeah, it should be here updated now. So we need to have that notification here, but we don't have it. But don't worry, that we're going to see if it is a problem in the next video. So now let me just save this and make sure that also I create another branch. So let me come here and let me just see the command that I used. So here, because you can see we have these branches, I'm going to create another branch now, because now we are going to work on our front end. So we are going to have this branch that is called front end, and I'm going to switch to it. So git checkout to front end here, like that. And then when I check here, git branch, you can be able to see that now we are on this branch that is highlighted using green here, and it's called it is called front end. So that is it. Let me end this video here. Thank you. If you have come to this far, make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel, like this video, and also turn on the notification bell, and make sure to leave a comment. See you in the next video.